What's good, everybody? It's Mr. Composition, the MC that writes fiction, back at it with another reaction. I'm gonna start calling these Ren actions. Like. Well, what's up to the Renegades? What's up to the book club? Now, yeah, I had some other suggestions as well. This one, it just happened to go past my radar. And when I have a feeling about certain songs, I'm just like, let me go ahead and check it out. But this is the official video for the track The Hunger. Now, if you're new to the channel, make sure you leave like, subscribe, notification bells on so you don't miss when I drop a new video on the road to 10K. And we just chilling because it's rated. I tried to do some deliveries, make some ducats. But yeah, it was not happening. I think I did 3 and then it started pouring and I'm all like, let me go ahead and get home, knock out these reactions. It's a Monday. Usually I try to bulk record on Monday, but I have just been trying to get caught up on everything. So it's dope that I'm able to go ahead and get this knocked out. Now, if you're new to the channel, make sure you like, subscribe, notification bells on so you don't miss when I drop a new video. OG members, y'all already know. And if you're a member and you haven't seen all the REN playlists that I have that's continuing to grow, so you could go down the rabbit hole with me, check it out because it's starting to get up there now. So I appreciate y'all for the support building up the channel. Let's go ahead and get into it. I'm already seeing this pig on a stick. It's crazy. Let's go ahead. I love the graffiti, man.
Poison in my veins lights a flame in my brain that maintains the pain that may change my frame of mind. Blind, I design rhymes intertwined, double time, genuine Frankenstein. I made a monster. Conquer, music scene, golden ticket, Wonka, conjure. Lyrics in my belly, I got thunder. Younger, everybody wishes they were younger. The older I'm getting, the more I feel the hunger. Belter like a welterweight, helter skelter, need Alka-Seltzer, alpha, beta, delta. I help you into the fall, I shelter, melt a mind, a tea with these rhymes. I find you never felt a feeling like it's feeling me, believing I'm a demon, I'm a devil. Fuck the game, complete at every level, I'm a vessel. For spirits a channeler, on my lyrics, I'm a rebel. I raise my fist at anti-capitalistic, pissed I revel. In society collapsing, fantastic, now pump the treble.
Hey, it's crazy because he said that line as far as being like a vessel for spirits and different things like that, because there was one track I reacted to and I had said I was just like, man, it's like he is like this conduit as far as for these different styles and things like that. And so it's cool that he said that. The other thing that caught me was the fact that he's just all like, people kind of dread getting older, but the older that I get, the more I feel the hunger. And I relate so much with that because I think he's just like a year older than me. So it's just being 30 and, getting stuff done. And now me being more aware, y'all been letting me know the type of sickness that he has and how that's played in his music. And so when I think about that, even in the beginning with the whole, stits and different things like that, it made me think about a video I saw of his where he was talking about his routine. He was taking pills and then, go to the doctor, things like that, eat. And then he was just like, he reads sci-fi, different things like that. That's why it's so cool. Like when I do reactions or I talk about like sci-fi stuff, that I can see why the Renegades, yeah, I like it because it's just all like, yo, that Red's in it as well. So that's really, really dope. Even just the scenery that he's at. I'm just like, for me, graffiti, especially in that abundance in areas like that, is like a masterpiece painting to me. And the thing is, I do like really amazing, traditional, paintings and different things like that. But there is just something that graffiti does for me personally, and I'm just all like, it's super, super dope. So this is fire. The hunger, that's what's up.
With the tip of my tongue and tap telepathy, terrified them with the terrible telekinesis, tantrums, I torture the enemies. Flowing and flowing and growing and flowing, I swallow the flow like a Toblerone. And I'm feasting and flowing, my beast with the flow, then I'm switching it up and I'm taking it low. Kitty with the black heart in the car park by Primark, jamming Django, Reinhardt, living with a raw star, refine rats, we'll fine art, Vincent Van Gogh, I start making my mark. Like Frankie Sinatra, can call me R.
Yeah.
And my style is homegrown like growing Cali weed. Don't need no personal trainer, I got trainers on my feet. You know I got the
Yeah.
soul in my bowl when I eat. You know I'm staying grounded when I grind up my beef. But if you got a problem, my brother, I might just put on some rubber gloves and just choke it till larynx ruptures some blood that just bubbles up, and the bubbles just double up and you struggle. But lucky suckers, I'm subtle at covering up the trouble. Cover up the crime scene, 1990, that's my
The way he's going back and forth as far as with switching up the flow, and then some artists it'll be like a at the end of each note type of thing. But what I like about Ren is that even within the same track, he may have that, but then there's some stuff where he's just going like that whole structure is out the window, and he just is just all like, I'm gonna do whatever I want. And it's dope, it's fire, it is fire. Let me bring some of this back. Let me bring some of it back. Cause I know that y'all be like, yo, bring it back. I'm gonna bring it back, son. I'm gonna bring it back, son.
when I eat. You know I'm staying grounded when I grind up my beef. But if you got a problem, my brother, I might just put on some rubber gloves and just choke it till larynx ruptures some blood that just bubbles up, and the bubbles just double up and you struggle. But lucky suckers, I'm subtle at covering up the trouble. Cover up the crime scene, 1990, that's my scene. 19 years were spent rolling the Thai green. Obscene fiend in a pair of baggy jeans, putting backy with the green. Roll a fatty, dopamine starts flowing. My cerebellum glowing, the pendulum is slowing. I'm swinging and I'm swaying, but I don't know where I'm going. Mind running, Jesse Owens, hallelujah, Leonard Cohen. All the seeds that I've been sowing, slowly growing like trees. I grow, then I preach, scrap that I teach over beats to all those that seek. Teach on these streets. Streets can be bleak, but bleak was the place where I rose to my feet.
Yeah. Yeah. No, this is being hard too. Hunger. Where is this place? Does it still look like that? It's like I said, if I make it out there, I'm trying to put an itinerary together of all the spots y'all been telling me. Before we get into that, this video is sponsored by me. Hey, if you want to dive into new music, I have a catalog. Catalog, yeah. These are not singles; these are albums. But more recently this year, I did release an album called Tame Chaos, so you can listen, stream, download, purchase all of that in the link in the description, and just check it out, because I want to see if people are actually seeing this and going to the site. So anyways, enjoy to that because it is fire. Let me tell you, like I said at the beginning of this track, I was just like, there's a reason that I pick certain songs, because it's like times where I guess I need to hear for different things like that. What's crazy is he had the have the soul in a bowl and I eat it, and it's crazy because I just seen the first episode of this anime Soul Eater today. They had the dopamine line. I just did a reaction to the beatboxer and the track was dopamine. You can see that on my channel. I could hear the hunger, and I like I said, I relate so much with that line. As far as the older I get, the hungrier, and it's just all like we got to keep that hunger. I think it's so easy, especially for people who might have spent their 20s, chasing their art, and then they get to their 30s or their 40s and they're just all like, look, it's fun, but I gotta make money. You know what I mean? And it is not easy, For one, it's not easy to chase your goal, as well as it's not easy to balance having to either work and create and be able to do both. That's why I admire artists who are able or figured out a way to where they're able to do this, full time. And sometimes, and a lot of times I don't compare myself due to the fact that you don't know people's circumstances, and it's just like they're on a different trajectory, so they might need certain things sooner because of X, Y, and Z, or no one knows, and so I'm glad when I hear this, because it's just all like, for me, when I hear someone like Ren, even though he has this really dope fan base, I feel like there's still so much more that he's has to give as well as people to hear him. And that puts things into perspective because a lot of people look at the numbers and think he's a household name, you know? And then for me, the artist that looks at that, and that's why it's one of those things where you have to really understand where you're going, especially if you're an older artist, because I look at those numbers and still with the perspective that okay, he's doing and did all of this to get as far as this awareness, but he still has so far to go. And I'm just all like, when I think about the work that I need to do, I'm just sitting up there like, yo, the majority, 99.9% of the world still has no idea who you are, or heard your music. And that's why I think artists have to be able to put things in perspective, especially in this internet time, to why it's just all like, yeah, the reason you have to promote and do these different things that to you as the artist may be like, damn, like I'm putting this out, but you have to take into consideration that just because you put out something doesn't mean people see it, and just because people see it doesn't mean that they'll remember it. And it's not because it's not good or bad or different things like that. It's because they're being bombarded with stuff all the freaking time, all day. And so that's what's dope. Like the fact that you go into this visual, you know, library on Ren's, stuff is dope. And y'all was telling me to check out, the Ren makes music, the behind the scenes stuff and things like that. And sometimes as an artist, sometimes I'd be like, do y'all really want to see the behind the scenes stuff? Because I'll drop some behind the scenes stuff, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's really dope. It's very inspirational. This track, The Hunger, man, like it's dope. And the beat, like I'm just sitting up there like, what? That beat is freaking fire and the oh man, when he was in that one part, he was at the club, like that part was just all like, oh, this man is a madman. He is a madman. But it was dope, y'all. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. It's Mr. Composition, the MC that writes fiction, back at it with another reaction. Make sure you leave like, subscribe, notification bells on so you don't miss when I drop a new video. On the road to 10K. Make sure to check out the description for my music, books, comics, and more. All right, y'all.